So today we're back on GeoGuessr, and we're not doing Litchfield, we are doing a diverse world. So I was watching a YouTuber called the GeoGuessr Wizard, who plays it often, and I thought it would be a good idea for me to try. Basically, it's, you know how on normal it's basically World GeoGuessr, but on normal World GeoGuessr, you kind of get a narrow kind of breadth of countries, so you get like the USA and Russia all the time, and there's loads of African countries that you just don't get. That's partly because they're not on Google Maps, but there are pedestrian made ones as well. And there's just some countries you don't get a lot of, and it's kind of very weighted towards your Russia's, your Americas, like I've said, and also like Brazil and Mexico. They tend to come up a lot, and like Australia hardly ever comes up. So this is very good. 631 people have liked it, which shows its popularity, and that 63,000 people have been on it. So it's just better than World GeoGuessr. That's the average score. I want to beat it. On the last video, the football teams video, I failed on the aim I set out for. This game, I want to get more than 14,601, so I can say I'm in the top 50% of people who have played this. Okay, let's play. I probably won't be, like on the Litchfield one, I went for exact kind of, I tried to get it exactly on the road. This, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to try and, my internet's really bad, it's going slowly. I'm not going to try and do that. I'm going to try and, because it will probably be impossible on the world map to pinpoint what roads. I'm just going to be happy if I get the country right. This looks like a very, very, very remote kind of settlement. This is some third world country at its finest. Is this a flag? That's a flagpole, but if it's a flag, no, it's not even a flagpole. It's a lamppost. Is that a solar panel? Is that solar panel creating light for that lamp to work? If so, this is a very, very, very kind of smart country. I don't know if that's a smart invention or it's just basic that it can't get light any other way. But anyway, this looks like a third world country, but I salute that invention. There's people. Let's look at people. So the people are black, which tells me is where the majority of the population is black. So maybe like Africa. These houses, I would not like to live in a house like this. Looks like a very tight-knit community. It's what you see on, and there's animals as well. It's what you see on those kind of programs that ask for help for children in need, basically. Right, I did see some writing, so we're going to look at the writing here. I mean, I can barely even see it. There's Adama, is he running for a presidency or something? That's what I would assume. If this is, there's not, I would feel risky putting it in Africa, because there's not many, like I said at the start, there's not many kind of roads which have been filmed in Africa. This looks English, I can see the word basic there. Yeah, it's really hard to read that. I'm thinking South Africa. You know what, I'm thinking South Africa. But I have to bear in mind that this is a diverse world. If I would be thinking South Africa on the normal GeoGuessr, it's probably not South Africa. Because this map tries to be different, but this is looking very, very poor. Let's see if I can get more clues. Some pro GeoGuessr players try to do like no moving or scrolling or zooming. But you know, as you saw from my Litchfield videos, I'm not a pro GeoGuessr. After watching the videos back, there was that one round. It was the first GeoGuessr I did in Lichfield, and it was the Harleston round that had that really long road, and then a signpost that said "Welcome to Harleston." Now, I put the point ahead of a road because I didn't see a road when I went down the road. But after watching it back, I saw the road. So I was quite surprised when I saw the flag kind of behind the road because I didn't see a road to the right as I was going down the main road, if you get what I mean. But after watching it back, I saw the road. Basically, there were the two houses, and the road was kind of after the houses. But as I was quickly going down the road, I just presumed it was just part of the house. So sorry if you were annoyed at me for that. Do you reckon somebody lives in those houses? About a month ago, I did play Some Diverse Worlds. So I know roughly what it's like. I mean, I played like one game, or maybe 2 games. Just because, you know, I was watching the GeoGuessr Wizard's videos. And he did it, so I thought, let's try it out. And yeah, I was fairly impressed. I don't remember what my score was, but I remember it was better than normal GeoGuessr. Normal world GeoGuessr, that is. This road's probably just going to go on forever. This is interesting. Is that his mode of transport? This is quite confuffling. I would love to be a Google car driver, by the way, because you get to see things like this. Is that horse pulling him along? Because I think that invention is amazing if that's what it is. Because if I was a Google car driver, you get to see all these other cultures. There's not many in Africa. Maybe if there's still none in, if there's still few in Africa, I might apply for that job. I'll say I'll drive all the way around Africa. Because that would be fun. That would be a really good road trip, actually. I think this road's just going to go on forever, actually. There's not much point me going down it because nothing has changed. Might see another man getting pulled by a horse again. Like a go-kart, but powered by a horse. The thing is, South Africa is one of the most developed countries in Africa. So I'd be a bit hesitant to put it there because this does not look developed. I know South Africa isn't really that developed, but this is what I'd associate with a really, really, really poor country. South Africa's just a poor country. What other countries are there around here? Botswana? Maybe it's Botswana. Or Zimbabwe. I think I'm going to go for Botswana. Basically, I can't get it exact because there's no road signs, and plus, if I did see a road sign, I'm not going to zoom around every road in the countries where I think it is until I find it. You can't really do that on World GeoGuessr. There's not many roads in Botswana. Just trying to find a road, just a fairly straight road. This is not an A road. Let's just put it here. Can I actually zoom in on to see if I've actually put it on the road? Right, make guess. I got that very wrong. Oh no. How am I going to get 14,000 points? Basically, World GeoGuessr, where you've got the whole world, lots of areas of the world look the same. So, you know, it's going to be quite hard to get it accurately, because all of Africa would look the same, and it might even look a bit like some parts of India, or, these Asia countries, or maybe even Central America, or Brazil. See, just a lot of the world looks the same. I think 391 points is harsh considering I got the right continent and all. It was actually the border of Ghana. Wow. And we started in this little place called Jabal. Jabal. Do Ghana speak English? I thought those... Why is it zooming in so much? Do Ghana speak English, actually? Don't know. Don't know if they do. I think those signs were English, but I don't really know if Botswana speaks English either. Don't really know what language most African countries speak. Most of them just have their own kind of little language. Anyway, next round. Hopefully it's better. Ooh, this is interesting. Right, straight away I can see it's a right-hand drive, okay? This looks very, very nice. Don't know if I'd be able to get it, but you know. Right-hand drive, so basically most of the world is right-hand drive apart from England or Ireland or I think Australia. I think Australia might be left-hand drive. I know for a fact that like Malaysia and Singapore are left-hand drive because I went to Singapore and it was a left-hand drive. Pi Kolonkora, is that name of a place you're entering or kind of, you know, like saying like, you know, drive slowly or something? Is there a sign on this side? No. This is going to be hard to get. It looks very barren, kind of desert-like. Can I just say, I started off YouTube doing geodesser. I think if I want to be successful on YouTube, which I don't necessarily want to be, and I don't necessarily really care about, but I think geodesser is my best shout. Los Andes. The Andes are in kind of Chile, but I don't think it's a very common name. I don't think it's referring to that. New Queen, South America. I'm edging for South America so far. It sounds Los, just Los in general sounds very Spanish, doesn't it? This is I want to go here. This is very, very nice. Ventolateral Mufuarte. So again, it sounds very Spanish. Just what country in South America do I go for? Because, you know, I've never been there. So yeah, it's just the thing is, with playing other games, I don't think I'm that good at them, you know. I'm not good at many games apart from geodesser. I'm not even good at geodesser, but you know, I enjoy playing it more because I like geography. This looks very, very, very South American. Like, you never get anything as interesting as this on normal geodesser. Normal world geodesser. So yeah, it's great actually. That's just basically saying what we already know. It will be stupid to kind of go into a country in South America and look for these places. Because obviously I don't know what country it is. I could be here for hours. These signs could give away the language. Actually, they've got nothing on. Literally got nothing on. What is the point of that sign? I thought it would be like a massive advert advertising something. Is this one also a pointless sign? Oh no, this actually has something on. I'll look at that one in a second. That's basically just saying Los Andes is one way. Could it be the Andes, actually? They're in South America. You know what? I'm going to look at this sign and then make my guess. See, that's Spanish. I'm not very good with languages, but pretty sure that's Spanish. So maybe Chile. Down here is very mountainy, so I don't think it's down here because it's deserty. Maybe a bit further up. Maybe let's go for it all looks a bit too busy round here. Just busy in terms of lots of cities. Maybe I should go here. Please. Ooh! Ooh! That's very good. That's very, very good. Very good. I didn't get the right country, but who cares, because I was so close. This zooming out thing, I'm doing it, and then it's like not responding instantly, but then doing it, if that makes sense. So that's the reason why I've zoomed out too much. That's very good indeed. That's very, very, very good. So yeah, is this the Andes? I think this is the Andes, because yeah, because you know, the Andes are on the border between Chile and Argentina. I think these are them, maybe. Next round. Hopefully we can have a round as good as the last one. Instantly, I'm thinking Canada or Scandinavian. The trees just look very, you know, Northern European. It looks very green. So it's a left-hand drive, but... Oh, is it a left-hand drive? Is that car coming this way? No, I don't think it is, actually. Is that car coming this way? No, I actually think it's going away. That supports my theory that it is a left-hand drive. That could really help, you know. No, it's a right-hand drive. Okay. I thought that car, because I clicked forward a few times, and the car wasn't coming any closer, I thought, yeah, it's a left-hand drive. But now that I've seen that lorry, I've improved right. It's just, I prefer if it was a left-hand drive, because that rules out most of the world. Anyway, yeah, let's carry on. So far, on the first 2 rounds, I've got the right continent, which is kind of impressive. But I've got a lot of catching up to do if I want 13,000. I'd have to get the rest relatively accurate in that case. And there's literally just nothing along here. It's just a road. There's nothing else. It's just a road. It's a very long road. You see this blue bit at the start of the registration plate here? That means it's an EU country. But then again, I can't be sure, because it could be like a Canadian state. Because I went to British Columbia in Canada, and they had their own kind of flag on the registration plate, so you can't be sure. Tindimaroo. I'm not very good with languages. I don't know what language that is. I've got no clue. Has this lorry got a blue thing on? But then again, it could have come from another country. But most European countries have that, so... I mean, Europe's quite close. Like, if you put it on one side of Europe, it's alright if it's on the other side. But if it's like in Asia, because it's bigger, you put it on one side and you hardly get any points if it's on the other. Yeah. Yeah, okay. I'm just that sign, I couldn't recognise the language. I would say, I would say Finland, like northern Finland, but it sounds stupid, but it looks hot. Like, it doesn't look kind of cold and snowy. But then again, it could be filmed in summer, but it doesn't look very northern if you sort of see where I'm coming from. You know, most northern places are very kind of... They're very kind of remote. Their trees aren't like as bushy and as green. That is speaking quite generally. I'd be very interested to find out where this actually is. You know what? I'm going Finland. I think that's quite a good guess. Not actually played that much GeoGuessr compared to some people. If you play this map all the time, you get a better kind of sense of where stuff is. Fly just blew past my ear and I could hear it buzzing. Let's go here on this road here. Actually, it's a bit busy around there. I think this is more remote, but not too northern. Here maybe. Here, I would assume. Yeah, let's go with that. Please be good. Okay, that's not too bad. Again, it was literally the right kind of area of the world. The right continent again, so far I'm 3 out of 3 on the continent. There's Estonia, I went there in the summer, I went to Tallinn, but then again, I didn't really go around the countryside. I heard it is one of the kind of more sparsely populated countries in the world, and it is the least populated of the EU, so I would expect it to be like that, yeah. Because it did seem not very kind of densely populated. Yeah, that's alright. That's alright, that's quite close. I mean, that's where I get a bit annoyed with you, I guess, because how are you going to tell the difference between two countries that are very close to each other? My only regret is not going more southern, anyway. Is that Russian? No, that's not Russian. What am I on about? That's Arabic. That is Arabic. Why did I think that was Russian? Oh dear, that just shows how bad I am with languages. So far, I think kind of maybe Kuwait, kind of the UAE, maybe Saudi Arabia, that neck of the woods. For somebody who's travelled the world and been to like every country, this will be easy. Carrefour. Crocs. Another country this is very of Crocs. Crocs, I find, are absolutely terrible shoes. If you wear them with socks on, then they're alright, but without socks on, they rub and they are absolutely uncomfortable. The good thing about this is I'm in a very kind of city area, so it should be kind of easy to get clues. Al. I mean, most Middle East cities have Al at the start, so I don't really read anything into that. Maybe Qatar. Maybe. I mean, if I put it in Qatar and it is Dubai, then that wouldn't be the end of the world, just like that Finland and Estonia one we just had. I like how the signposts are in English as well, so I can actually read them. What does it say? There's a camel museum, a horse museum, the heritage village. Interesting. There's a cruise ship over there. So we're by the coast. I don't recognise any of these places at all. Yeah, Qatar. Do cruise ships go to Qatar? I know I looked at a cruise because I randomly just look at holidays, just especially cruise ships, just because I'm interested as to where they're going. I saw one that went from Dubai to Singapore. So it could be, and it went to a Muscat in Oman. So we can't rule that out. There's a lot of cruise ships here. Yeah, I think I'd be kind of foolish not to go for Dubai. Emirates, now that is the airline of Dubai, of kind of the UAE actually. Yeah. I think I'd be a bit stupid not to go for Dubai. I can't really I think I'm over-analysing it and thinking of all these countries when really it might just be the most obvious one. Yeah, I think I have to go for Dubai. I'll just have a quick look at this sign here. Yes! Finally! I'm so glad I looked at this sign. So yeah, we are in Dubai. Now it's massive, is Dubai. So, it's going to be difficult to get a fairly good score. I know we're by the coast, but literally, the coast runs from like there to there. And that's all classed as Dubai. Anyway, I think I'm just going to have to go on one of these motorways by the coast. Don't even think we're relatively in the city centre because I can't see any like skyscrapers. Maybe we're a bit further out, more like here. Because I don't really think we're in the middle. But then we're close to Abu Dhabi. Maybe we're slightly closer into Dubai actually. Maybe more like here. Right, yeah, we were basically in the city centre. Anyway, that's a very good score. 32 miles on the world map is very, very good. Don't know why, it's really annoying. I zoomed in and then it is taking ages to zoom in. The airport's there. I did see an airport type thing, actually. I saw a building that looked a bit like an airport, but I don't think it was that. At the start. Yeah, we were right in the city centre. We're right by the Dubai Museum. God, it zoomed in a lot. Zooming is a bit annoying. Anyway, I am actually going to Dubai in May of 2019. So yeah, I'm intrigued because it's part of the world. It's very it interests me because there's kind of it's a different culture to what I'm used to, and it's so different in this area of the world, like the Middle East. It's very hot, very deserty. They have a completely different religion, a completely different culture. Yeah, that would be cool. Yeah. Because it's not kind of westernized, yet it's not kind of... It's really rich. It's just odd because it's basically a city built in the desert, so it's not good if you like nature, but it would be quite good if you kind of love looking at buildings and you love looking at architecture. Play next round. After the first round was a bit dodgy, we're doing quite well. Dear, is this going to be another of the African ones? I feel like this will be a road I follow for ages. Yeah, I don't get to any kind of civilization. That looks like it's about to fall over. Now, can I get a language off this vehicle? If I can, it would be very useful. So yeah, I'm actually already at 13,000. So basically, I can propel myself sort of above average if I do well in this round. I don't actually remember. I remember it was 13,000, but I don't actually remember what these last three digits were. So if I can get a good amount of score this round, then I think I'll be above average, and I would have got my target. Injection. That's an English word. Could it be an English-speaking country? I don't know. Actually, let's look at this other car here. It's a left-hand drive, which is interesting. I don't really know Africa. I don't really know kind of what countries are left and what are right, so it's really not useful. That's just me assuming it's Africa. Anyway, let's kind of go onwards and upwards. See, again, it's literally just like that first round. I don't really want to put it in, like, a southern kind of African nation again, because last time I was proved wrong. But the thing is, I know that South Africa and Lesotho are Google mapped more than the northern nations. I mean, Algeria and Tunisia, they're quite mapped, but I've seen them come up quite a lot. But hardly any of the Central African ones ever come up unless it's a pedestrian made one. So that's why I'm more inclined to go for the more southern kind of nations. Again, I'm not an expert at GeoGuessr, so I don't know, like, properly which countries come up and which, like, never come up and which don't even have a Google map of them. A street view, that is. Can I get this sign? Where was the sign? Literally, where was the sign? I jumped forward way too much. Where was the sign? Where's the sign? Was there a sign back over here? Swear I saw a sign. See, it's the sign. Yeah, this was the sign. Watched it just have nothing on it now. Is it just a map? It's not even a map, it's just a piece of concrete that's got graffiti on. Thanks for helping me, sign. I really appreciate that, you know. Have I persuaded you I'm good at GeoGuessr after I said that in the second round? Grocery, that's English, yay! The thing is, with these dirt roads, there's no really, like, road signs that say, this place is this way, this place is this way, you know? I don't really know. I think, is South Africa a left-hand drive? You know what? I'm tempted to say it is, but I'm not sure. Not sure. Let me know in the comments if South Africa's a left-hand drive. I mean, I think it is. I think it is. I have heard the one round I played, that was about a month ago. I remember I had, Bloemfontein in South Africa. Now, I remember thinking it was London for some reason. I did actually see a sign that said Bloemfontein, and I did get it right eventually. But that kind of hints to me that it is a left-hand drive, because I thought it was London, and knowing me, I probably, hopefully, would have looked at what side the cars were driving on before kind of going London. But anyway, that was only kind of a rough thought that it was London, because the road markings and all that weren't like the UK. It was kind of just my initial kind of opinion. Signs! Finally! Signs. Signs. See, they're all blurred out. It's so annoying. Available here. Oh, what? Like, with the last Middle East one, the Dubai one, I was thinking kind of, it could be this, it could be this, it could be this, it could also be this, but then it was just the most obvious option. So I kind of think this applies to this round as well. It's the most obvious option, which is South Africa. And I'm overthinking it. It's an interesting supermarket. Right, I'm going to South Africa. Hopefully it's not like Ghana again. See, there's cities here, and there's cities on the coast. Maybe it's a more kind of obscure kind of region like here. Not around the main kind of cities. Please be right. Okay, I'm happy with that. I got just more than half points for that round, and I virtually got it very, very close. See, it's a diverse world, so I maybe shouldn't have gone for South Africa, because it's too common, you know. But I have had South Africa, like I said, Bloemfontein, on a diverse world before. Maybe I should have just, you know, thought it's a diverse world, they wouldn't put in the obvious. But anyway, that shows the scoring is harsh, because look how close I got it in relation to the whole world, and yet it's only just over double points. So basically, that kind of brings it to an end. I got the right continent on all of them, which I'm happy about. I got the right, but I got the right country on one of them, which was the UAE one. I don't think I got the right country on any of the others, but, you know, Swaziland and South Africa, what's the difference, you know? Oh, I've opened that. And that supports my theory, you know, that the southern kind of countries of Africa are Google mapped more. Yeah, it was just in a kind of dirt road where there's nothing. Yeah, cool, right. That was a good game. I'm really happy with all of them, apart from this one. The thing is, it was the first round, and I was like, oh no, this game's going to be bad, because the first round was obviously bad. But it went alright, actually. I always think it's good on GeoGuessr if you've got it close, if you can't see both, like, the man and the flag. So on this one, I can only see the flag, meaning they were close. Does that sort of make sense? Right, I got above average, so I'm actually really happy with that. I'm really happy with that. Yeah. Oh, 37 minutes I've been recording this for. Your voice does start to get quite tired, especially as I'm constantly speaking. Right. Leave a like if you're enjoying the 12 days of the Spriggan game, and let me know what you're thinking of it. It's the first time I've really, you know, uploaded a video every day for a long period of time that isn't kind of a vlog. So yeah. I will see you tomorrow for another video. Yeah, so thanks ever so much for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow.